everyone, and welcome again to another episode of Create Your Reality. I'm so excited to be in your face right now. How are you doing? This is a classic example of Thank God It's Friday. I hope you're doing well. I'm excited to be in your face again today because I have an amazing topic to share with you today. I have a guest in the house who will be talking to us on financial protection. Financial protection, is your life a risk or an example? That's what we're going to be talking about today. And so, my best right now to accept her to come into the house. Accept. Okay. We're just trying to. Hello, I am Orit. Thank you for joining. Good evening. Good evening. I hope you're doing well. Seki, I'm accepting you. I promise you, I don't know what is going on. It's like it has a mind of its own. Thank you, Denise Fatunde, for coming back. I appreciate you so much. I don't take it for granted because you could be anywhere this beautiful Friday evening, but you're here. What exactly is going on? I don't know why it's not accepting you. I'm even trying to check my laptop to see if it's giving me any error message that I am not seeing. I know Instagram is typically for. It could be anywhere this beautiful Friday. Okay, just me muting myself just to make sure what is going on. Okay, so it's looking good on my other screen here. I just don't know why it's not allowing me to accept you. Hello, sir. Hello, Adekombi AF. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Thank God it's Friday. Okay, oh, you've joined. Hallelujah. We made it at the end. I'm so excited.
Hi, how are you?
Okay. Good. So you're here. I'm happy now. So I'm just going to quickly read your bio because that's what I was doing before technology decided to have a moment. So my guest today, we'll be talking about financial protection. Is your life a risk or an example? Is Sekinat Adam, and she's the CEO of Biseek International, a UK multi-award-winning event company. So in case you're wondering why I'm looking here, it's because my screen is here. That's why. So I'm not ignoring you or looking away from you. She has a degree in business economics and a master's in investment and risk management. She's a renowned financial consultant and has expertise in economic research, project management, and sales and alternative energy. Hey, okay, I think you have a friend in the house already. I think, hi, girlfriend. Hi. As a youth advocate, because she is a youth advocate, she coordinates empowerment programs for the youth on various platforms. In fact, we had one October 1st for those who know, you know. She's also a member of CAN, which is Central Association of Nigeria in the UK, NDDIS, which is Nigeria's Diaspora Direct Investment Summit, as well as NYIDO, which stands for Nigerian Youth in Diaspora Organization. So you can see that I have a well-grounded personnel in the house here. She's renowned as a financial consultant, like I said, with expertise in all these amazing topics, including economic research. Her love for humanity and development led her to become a member. Okay, we said all of that. And I'm just scrolling down because her bio is interesting. She has a strong passion for people empowerment, as she believes everyone can achieve greatness once given the right platform and access to necessary results. So please join your hands together and help me celebrate my amazing guest today on the platform, Miss Sekinat Hajia Sekinat Adams. So I'm clapping right now. Please send some love in the comments. We love emojis. We love hearts. Please send them our way. We do love them very much. So without taking much of our time, thank God for technology. What can I say? We're going to go straight into our topic. So financial protection. What is financial? So people will be looking at me and I'm like, Talks, what is this topic? Thank you so much, Janice. We see the clap. We appreciate it. So they'll be like, what is this financial protection talk you're talking about? Can you just give us like a preamble of what? Obviously, say hello to our amazing audience, and let us start with what is financial protection to a layman that a 10-year-old would understand. We don't want to do jargons here. We want to break it down. Thank you, Olumuyo. That's my husband. Thank you so much. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so very much. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to all our listeners today. And thank you so much, Honorable Mommy Tokumbo, for inviting me tonight. It's actually a pleasure knowing you and working with you in the past, God knows how long. It's actually a privilege to be here tonight, and thank you so much once again, Denise. I see you, and Taufik, I see you, and also your husband. And I'm sure there are a lot of people looking to join because I sent the link earlier and to some people, and then they tried to log in again, and they said it's ended. So we sent it to them to kind of join. So I'm
Awesome.
hoping that they will join.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure they
So
will.
yeah. So well, now to the question: what is financial protection? Financial protection is more or less protecting your finances.
Mm,
In a way, I kind of say to people like, yeah, you're creating wealth for
mm,
yourself and not just for
mm,
yourself, for your loved ones as well. When it comes
mm,
to financial protection, a lot of people think about, oh, is it, when you talk to them about financial protection, they say, is it an investment? Is it,
mm.
am I going to get my returns back? Or is it Bitcoin or something like that? No,
Mm,
it is just what it says, protecting your finances. And it's more about if you love your family,
mm,
even if you love yourself,
mm.
you want to have a protection in place. Now, I'm just going to give an example.
Yeah.
We look at a lot of products. So I'll look at something like financial protection for your income, for example. If you're
Mm-hmm.
working
Yes.
and then you lose your job,
Yes.
what's going to happen? You have to
Mm,
either go on benefits, which might not even be enough to take care
mm.
of your expenses,
Of course. Yes.
So what you are doing, if you have a protection in place, what you are doing is actually, in essence, is you're protecting your finances.
Yes.
So if, God forbid, you lose your job for whatever reason, you're unable to work with sickness or accident,
Yes.
you still have a protection in place that will help you keep your expenses.
That's
So you
right.
don't have to, fall down or something, or maybe like start living below your means, because you are still more or less, still able to like cater for your families, cater for your loved ones, cater for your needs, and still live the way you normally live while you're working.
That's
You
right.
see, so like I said earlier, there are actually various products that we actually look at, but in essence, it's just about if you love yourself and you love your family.
Yeah.
I always advise people do what's necessary,
That's right.
um, create wealth for yourself
Yeah.
and your loved ones. It's not an
Mm-hmm.
investment, but it's something that would help you and your loved ones when the time is needed.
Yeah.
Eventualities will happen, as we all know, and you don't have to wait for that to happen.
Happen.
COVID did come to life. Nobody knew what COVID was going to happen in 2018, for
Of
example.
course.
And
Yeah.
in 2019, we just started hearing about COVID towards the end of the year and we're thinking, what was this? And before you know it, it shut down the whole world, 2020, literally, you
Yes.
know. And we were, to be honest with you, we did cover a lot of families during that
Yeah.
time. We paid out
Yeah.
so much in 2020 because, as you and I
Wow.
know, so many things happen. People
Yes.
lost their lives. Even people
That's
lost their
right.
jobs.
Yes.
So the financial institutions, they were able to like pay a lot of people during that time. And that was when some people that I know, for example, were
Yeah.
able to understand the need to have a financial protection in
Proper
place because
protection.
they benefited from it. As a matter of fact, they started being an advocate for us to say, I just, because I benefited from this year, please just
Yes.
tell me, use me as an example. I'll give an
Yes.
example of a woman that I already signed her up, I think December 2019. Trust me, January, she had to make a claim
Wow.
because she couldn't work, and that
Mm.
kind of help. So, and if you imagine how much she's paid, she's only just paid for a month, right? But then she was
Yeah.
able to gain so much that what she got, she was telling me, Sakina, nobody will even give me £20.
Hmm. Mm.
But the what she received from the company, she was able
Yeah.
to obviously pay her rent and do what other things that she was going to
That's
do.
right.
So if you look at it, she protected her finances in
Yeah.
time to help her.
Yes.
Some people, it might take some time for them to actually get the benefit from this. We understand that, but what you don't want to do is you don't want a case whereby you now put yourself or your loved ones in a position where when you now need it, you
That's
can't
it.
even accept it. And
That
then you
is
have
it.
to go to GoFundMe or, start going to churches or mosques to raise funds. I don't know if people can see me because I don't know. I can't see myself. It's funny. I don't know
Can
if
see you. If you move your what's it called camera a bit down, we can see your face. It keeps they perfect. I can see you, and I'm sure they can. Please, if you can see Sekinat, let us know in the comments. See, so she knows that you can see her. Thank you. You can continue.
I can't see myself. But yeah, anyway, so that's why I say to people, like it's more
Mm.
or less about you don't have to wait to even when you go to churches or mosques to raise funds or even
Yes,
GoFundMe, you'll be surprised out how almost next to nothing
you're
you're
gonna
able
get.
to raise.
That's
You
right.
know,
Mm.
someone that used to be a client and then kind of canceled the product at the time.
Mm.
And when it was time that he needed money, he came to me.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, But you cancelled, but I couldn't say much because at that time it was desperate. Anyways,
Yeah.
long story short, if you send me the link for the GoFundMe platform that they raised,
Yeah.
you won't believe that they've raised like maybe just few hundreds.
Mm.
Now, if this person had set their policy in place, they would have been able to get thousands of pounds.
Yes.
But a couple of years before the apparently that he didn't know it was going to need it. He
Of course.
cancelled it. He was like, I want to cancel this. So this is why we say to people, don't be in a rush. We don't want bad things to happen. We pray
Yes.
nothing bad to happen.
Of
But
course.
this world of ours, we should understand anything can happen at any time. Like
Absolutely.
I use COVID as an example now. So you don't want to wait for that to happen. So this is I hope I was able to make the layman, like you said, understand the purpose financial
I
protection.
am hoping you did because I got it. For everyone who is just joining us, welcome, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever part of the world you're joining us. I see a few people who have joined us. I see OJ in the house. Thank you. I see Bowale as well. Thank you so much for being here. We're talking about financial protection. Is your life a risk or an example? And my guest here is Tekinat Adam, who is a financial consultant, but more importantly, she's a what's it called? A protection advisor in terms of finance on this topic, which is why we are talking about it right. And I was saying to her before you joined in that because we have to log in and log back out that for people that look like me, and I look pretty by the way, I mean people of color, that's what I
Yes,
mean.
yeah.
That we have a way whereby we belittle financial protection. We kind of like make it look like God forbid I bind the devil if you're like me who goes to church. Those are the kind of things you will say that, oh, I'm not dying right now, and it's like prophesying evil by doing all of those things. But I believe that in this age and in this dispensation, even the Bible is clear for those who read their Bible, if you're like me, that talks about in all you're getting, get understanding, get wisdom. Wisdom is the profitable thing. It talks about knowledge being power. And if in this era and dispensation, if we cannot be guided in how we are living a good quality of life and living a good example as well, and also allow me to say, love my family, love my friends by making provisions, necessary provisions for them in place for eventualities. Because in this world we are living, my Bible tells me that we will have trials and tribulations, but he said, be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. But the trials and tribulations are going to come, and COVID is a good example, which Pekinat Adams has just shared right now. Nobody prophesied COVID. How would I say? Nobody said this COVID is going to happen in 2020. Everybody get your bags ready, be prepared and ready, put finances, put money, your children, it caught us unaware. The world was on standstill. And the impact of COVID, allow me to say, we are still experiencing it till now. Companies shut down, both big and small. Lives have never remained the same. Some have experienced life-changing transformations. They can't breathe properly. They can't eat certain food. A lot of people died. I don't want to say majority. A lot of people died, especially those who had pre-existing conditions. And what we are trying to say right here, right now, is that if you financially protect yourself, you'll be in a better position for yourself and for your loved one. Imagine suddenly just dying for whatever reason, then your husband, your wife will now have to start, in quote, if there is no protection, if there is no finance in place to make sure everything is. You've stopped your camera, and Sekina, just so you know, you've just flipped your camera, so we
Oh,
are seeing your bed now.
I don't even know why I can't even see myself. I'm trying so hard to try and see
Do you
myself.
have another? Do you have an? Because I can see you on my other screen here that I'm looking at. I can see you, so I don't know why you can't see yourself. But what I would tell you, if you have another device, or if you want to tell somebody else to log on for you to see, that's what I typically do. I normally have two devices so I can
Okay,
bounce off. I can see you
let
on
me
the
try.
second device. So you
Okay, let
are
me
there. I
try.
promise you. When we finish, you can catch it up and see
I
yourself.
will.
But you are there. You are pretty. I tell you.
Thank you.
So
Thank you so
it's
much.
important that we, like I said, we take it upon ourselves to enlighten people and to explain to people the importance of financial. Ignorance cannot be the reason why you are not protecting your family and your friends and your loved ones at such a difficult. It's already difficult enough that you are out of job, or that you have a terminal illness, or whatever the condition is, or that you are dead. It's already bad enough. That's bad already. Now to add finances on top of it. Oh my gosh, we don't want to talk of another death again, another murder. But what we are doing here today is that trying to open our eyes to see that there are options and there are ways whereby we can, minimize, allow me to use that word, or should I say lessen what has already happened, and give a bit of comfort that, oh, I don't have to worry about money. the school fees is going to be paid. I can still put on gas or electricity in the house and all of that. This is what this is all about. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you for my guest as well, Hajia Sekinat Adams, for speaking on this topic. Now, I have some questions that I want to ask you by way of enlightening people more about financial protection. Again, if you're just joining us, welcome. Thank you so much. We're talking about financial protection. Is your life an example or a risk? Now to my next topic. What is the purpose of having a financial protection in place? I know you've told us what it means, you've given us the example, but what's the purpose? Why do I have to have that? Just so that we can answer it for those who like answering questions in that format. Why do we have to have it?
Okay, all right. Thanks once again, Mrs. Tokumbo, for sorry, bear me 1 second, please. Bear me 1 second.
Okay.
I'm so sorry about this.
Like I said,
Are you still
we
speaking?
can see you. Sometimes it's network. There's absolutely nothing wrong why you can't see yourself. Sometimes it's just network.
Is this? I can't see myself. But can you see my face? Can you still see me?
I can, like I said to you, you are there. It happened to me severally, so I'm not unusual. It's not unusual for me. So just continue. Trust me, you will see yourself there. You're there.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Thank you so much once again for that question. I would
Yeah.
also like to appreciate Honorable Femedi for joining us tonight for the support. Always appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, with regards to your question, I think I kind of made a couple of points while I was at my first presentation for tonight. Now, it is very, very important to have an insurance in place, to have a financial protection in place.
Mm,
When it's clear. Oh, okay. I don't know why he's not coming. I appreciate it. That's fine. Thanks. You know, when you made a reference about why put a burden on others.
mm,
You know, that to me, I just feel like why are you trying to just make people suffer? They're suffering already.
mm.
Now, just for example, someone that lost their husband,
Yeah.
right? They're
Mm-hmm.
grieving already
Mm-hmm.
from they lost their husband. And then now they have to think about, oh, I have to take care of the kids, I have to pay rent, I have to pay bills. We're in the UK, right? You
Yeah.
hardly, apart from obviously where the government steps in to support
Mm.
you with just about next to nothing.
Yes.
But if your husband has actually provided something in place to support the
Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
then they wouldn't have to go through all of that. They wouldn't have to go through. As a matter of fact, I'll give an example of a client that during COVID lost the husband.
Mm.
But because the husband was smart enough to put a protection in place,
Mm.
nobody knew that was going to happen. But then he lost his life. And then what the woman did was, because she got the payout for that, obviously
Yes.
buried the husband. She didn't have to worry about the burial cost and
Yes.
was able to buy another place and move out of that
Can
house.
you imagine that? Just imagine that.
So
Mm.
because the husband thought well about his family, did that for
That's
the
right.
family.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, this is the woman that what she called me, she was like, she doesn't know anything about protection. She would ask me, what am I supposed to fill this document? What's in this or
Mm.
what's in that one? She
Mm.
said I also just told her at that time to just sign.
Fine.
And that's
Mm.
what she did. She didn't even know what the husband has done for her.
Mm.
So
Mm.
such a woman would rather be praying for her husband in heaven that thank you so much for thinking well for
That's
my son.
right.
Because you
Absolutely.
can imagine if he had died, she's going through in COVID, there wasn't any business to do at the time. So she's lost, there's no earnings, nothing for her. And
Mm.
then now she's having to think about, burying the husband and then taking care of the children. You
Children.
can
Mm.
imagine how to be raining curses on the man up onto heaven or whatever you say. Like, why would you do this to me?
Yeah.
But it's like you want to be praising him and then praying for him
That's
because
right.
he thought well for them.
That's right.
So financial protection is very, very important for us to take care of ourselves, and our loved ones.
Yes.
And the
Absolutely.
various products that we have. We have the
Mm-hmm.
life insurance itself, which is, it's quite pretty straightforward, is to take care of your loved ones if anything should happen to you.
Yes.
Because if you have an insurance
Yes.
for your life and
Mm-hmm.
something happens, they pay out to the family, right?
That's right.
They can use it for burial costs. They can use it for to support. So maybe people get another mortgage if they
Yes.
paid off this mortgage. They can also use it if the kids are going to private school. They can use
Yes.
it to pay for private school, so they don't have to worry about the other partner wouldn't have to worry about having to get the kids out of school and go public school. If the couple has a standard for the children
Yeah.
already that they want them to go private, they can keep at that, till the kids finish. So those benefits are there. And that time, even the partner can decide that they don't want to work. They want to conveniently just, especially you can imagine a housewife that the
Yes.
husband caretaker was actually taking care of them, and then now the
Yeah.
husband is gone. If the partner does not have an insurance in place, then the woman will be forced to go out and start looking for work. So you
Yeah.
can imagine a woman that's not been working for like what 10 years, and now she's having
Mm.
to go and start looking for, she has no experience,
Looking for. Yes.
so now she has to go out. But if the partner is actually put something in place that will take care of them, that way she
Yes.
has something to fall back on, and she wouldn't have to at that old age start looking for work because she can
Yeah.
still keep up with the expenses. Now, and obviously, if you have something like we call what's that trust in place,
Mm-hmm.
the trust easily your insurance get paid out,
Mm.
so you don't
Yeah.
have to stress, you don't have to worry too much about it. Now, when it comes to critical illness, this is actually for yourself. If you have any
Mm-hmm.
critical illness, I have a client that had cancer of the stomach, right? So they
Mm-hmm.
had to take out the stomach. So whenever I eat, it goes straight away. You know,
Yeah.
this was a young, he died recently. May God bless his soul. But this
Mm.
is a guy that when he was alive, you see him, he's looking very healthy. You'll be like, you
Mm.
would never have thought, that he had that.
Yes.
So there are so many people like that are working around with illnesses. Critical illnesses
Honestly.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
That it's only they tell you like, oh, well, you look so well, like yeah, but you don't know what's going on in my
Yeah.
body. So
Yes.
if they have a protection in place for critical illnesses, if they are unable to work, even if they have to
Yeah.
go for major surgery, heart attack, so many illnesses. Some insurance company actually cover like 34, 33 in critical illnesses, depending on what kind of critical illness you have. But it's
Yes.
best because people don't know what they're going to get tomorrow. So
Yeah.
it's best actually have that in place. Now, if someone has that in place, they just pay them out.
Yes.
That payment itself, you can use it to if you want to now think of okay, I want to now start working from home, or I don't even want to work for some time. I have these finances to take care of me. That
Yes.
takes that burden of you
Yes,
wanting
it
to
does.
go. You can imagine having to go to work when you are unwell.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
NHS pay about maybe is it 6 months to 12 months pay sick or something
Yeah.
sickness. After which you don't get nothing.
Yeah.
So you can
Yes, you
imagine
don't.
you don't have anything at all, and then
Yeah.
the person is still unwell. It's
Yes.
listed as a critical illness, and plus this critical illness also the payouts as well. You can actually use it to go if you want to go private, because NHS list now is so long. You
Mm. Very long.
very long. You even get a
Yeah.
physiotherapy. I think it's about 3 months on average. To
Yeah.
even you understand what I'm saying? So if they have that finances, they can use it to just go
Private
private straight away. If that is
and
what is
sort it out.
required. You
Yeah.
understand and get sort it out and then get well. So critical illness is actually for yourself, by the way, not for the
Mm-hmm.
family.
Yeah.
Life insurance obviously is for the family, but then the critical is for yourself
Yeah.
if you're unwell. Now the
Yes.
income protection, like I said earlier, if you're unable to work due to sickness or accident,
Yeah.
this actually pays you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can get a cover that will take care of you for like a year, so if you're able to
Yes.
work, for like a year, it pays you straight for that 1 year, so you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to worry about going to work. If you can take a cover that will take care of you for 2 years, you
Yes.
can even take a cover that will take care of you till your retirement age. So that
That's
means that
correct.
if that person is unwell till their
Yeah.
retirement age, they're covered, and after which obviously the government steps in.
Yes.
You know, there's also a protection that takes care of you for till more or less like that one is like I say that one is like forever. Why?
Mm.
Because that's for funeral costs. So anything that happens, if the person should die even at 99, even like
Yeah.
100, 110, that is there to actually, they'll pay out. And then the
Mm.
family at that time wouldn't have to worry about, grandpa or grandma is dead. Why? Because that
Cover
circle of
in
life
place.
is just,
Mm.
to offset whatever it is that's offset. So, and there's also, the health insurance as well. If
Mm-hmm.
someone is unable to, if someone is sick, and then rather than go on NHS list, like I said earlier,
Mm.
you can just go straight and it covers the children as well. You can just go straight to private hospital. We have a list of private hospitals actually associated with each organization, each
Yes.
company, and then so they just refer you to that private hospital. You get all your checks done. Within like a short period of time, you are in and out of the hospital
Awesome.
rather than waiting on the NHS list that is so long. So what I say to people is, if you love yourself enough,
Mm.
and you think, you know what, I don't want to make a mockery of myself.
Mm.
You know, because sometimes when you go to people, you don't know who loves you. Trust me. You can go to people and just say, oh, that person has a headache. I don't even know if I say, oh, okay, come back tomorrow, and they're already telling you, I beg, just go, because
Mm.
like they have their own to take care of as well.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I can give you an
Yeah.
example about the person that was trying to raise funds before, cancel the policy, and then was trying to raise funds, and they couldn't even raise as much. They raised about a few hundred
Yeah.
compared to the payout that you would have received if you had an
They had
insurance
an
in place.
insurance
You see
cover.
thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
Another example I'll give to you was a client of mine. He still has that was the reason why he still kept his policy in place, because he said, ah, sister, when a woman came to our church and they said the woman died, and they announced that we raised money, people were like, please, 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 that woman does not even greet us. She doesn't even say
Mm.
hello. Why would I want to raise
Mm.
someone like that money? You can
Mm.
imagine. To me, that's like making a mockery of yourself.
Yeah.
Because
Mm.
and you now think of the cost of having an insurance in place. The cost is almost next to nothing. But then
Mm.
people would rather, out of ignorance or
Yeah.
whatnot, they rather just say, you know what, I'll just use this money to go and eat chicken and chips, or go and use it to buy McDonald's or something,
Mm.
or buy makeup. But when the need is actually there, they won't do
Yeah.
anything. Take care of them, and now they have to go and start getting people to beg people. I wouldn't subject myself to such mockery, and
Mm.
neither should anyone, because I think it's just, to me, it's just the sensible thing to do. So that's
I
why I
agree
kind of
with you.
struggle with people when they tell me things like, no, insurance doesn't do this. Yeah, no, I can't be asked. People that I also know, they've been able to make claims for home insurance where they have home insurance that covers their home content, that cover the content, and they lost, maybe there's a damage to their TV,
Yeah.
or they even lost their phone, and then they pay
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
They pay out for loss of funds. Even as we all know about cars in the UK, that's
Yeah.
guaranteed. You have to have an insurance.
You have
But
to have a,
other
yeah,
than that,
definitely.
other than that, the insurance in place for, like, if there's even a flood in your house, or there's mark on your wall, or you even spill wine on the carpet,
Yes.
and they will get, even if you get your door locked as well,
Yeah.
and that will protect, and that will come in and they sort your house for you. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Even if your microwave or your washing machine gets fault, and they come in and fix it for you.
Take
So
it
to
and
me,
replace it. Yes.
it's not like they even give you a new one. I have
Yeah.
someone that I know that they replace almost virtually everything in his house. They replace virtually everything in his house for an insurance that is paying what?
Yeah.
I have a friend that she insured iron. If you think, how much is that in August? But she said, just leave me. I've shut everything in my house.
Mm.
You know,
Mm. Mm.
and because what my challenge sometimes is especially to do with our people.
Yeah.
When I say our people, I mean about Africans. We
Of
tend
course.
to we tend to, just like you said earlier about, in Jesus' name I won't die or something. And I asked them, did you have a signed agreement with God when you're coming to earth that this is the number of years you're using on earth? Why are you so confident that nothing is going to happen? Why are you just saying that to yourself? Why are you killing yourself and your children? So
Mm.
when people say things like that, it baffles me, especially when we are in the Western world, we're enlightened, so to speak,
Mm.
and then we're still acting like that, like, in Jesus' name, nothing's gonna happen. And then sometimes when I now tell them, pastors die, imams die, even
Mm-hmm.
young people die, they're like, no, 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 no. See, that's not my question. When something like that happen, and I said, it's true. You remember what you said to me one time? Somebody, a neighbor, just, I have a friend. I'll give an example of a time. I was chasing him. I was literally chasing him, and he was saying to
Mm.
me, no, 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 honestly, no, no, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. And then somebody died, right, in their group, and they rang me up straight away. I want to do insurance now. I said, oh, okay, all right, don't worry. And then he said to me, you know what I want to do it now? You can imagine, the guy texting me. He was one that I was chasing.
Mm.
I'm like, I'll get back to you tomorrow. Let's do it now. Now, and I was like, what happened? Explained to me that they tried to raise money for the woman that died in their group.
Mm.
He said he was the one in charge of raising funds, and he even had to put the most money down.
Mm.
And I think they raised about 150 or something. To bury someone, it's like 4 grand, 5 grand in the UK. And they only able
Yeah.
to 150, so something. So, but if that woman had a cover in place,
Yeah.
but trust me, she might be paying, like I said, the amount of McDonald's for that policy. And that money
Mm.
they would have paid out, which they would have used in covering her funeral costs and everything.
That's right.
Even she might even have something for the family. But that money, like I said, people rather go and use it to buy, makeup, buy chicken and chips. Buy. I'm thinking to myself, are we actually that? We know what's right,
Yes,
but
we
are we
do.
actually doing what's right? We're not doing what's right, and this is why I advocate. A lot of times, I even tell people like, you don't even have to come to me.
Mm.
Go to people that you know.
That's
Go and
right.
find out.
Yeah.
Go and find out. Go and ignorance is no excuse. Please,
No,
this
it's
is
not.
very, very, this is very, very important.
No.
Just do the right thing.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'll stop for there so that just in case you have any questions. Yes, please.
You kind of like
And go on,
answered
go
most
on.
of my questions all wrapped in one. Because the next question I was going to ask is, how do you differentiate from life insurance, critical illness cover, and income protection in safeguarding someone's financial well-being? You've already answered that. You've broken it down in pieces. You've told us what life insurance is, what critical illness is about, and what income protection is. But for the benefit of those who are just joining us right now, hello, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. I have Sekina Adams here, who is a financial protection advisor, and we've been talking about financial protection. Is your life an example or a risk? And we've been talking about the importance. Actually, we started with what financial protection is all about, why you need to have a financial protection, and we've also talked about the importance, the purpose of a financial protection plan being in place. And my guest, Sekinat Hadia, has gone further to talk about the different types of options that you have for financial protection, which includes things like life insurance, critical illness cover, income protection, as just as an example in terms of things that you need to have more than ever. Just like you have car insurance, which is mandatory, she's told us that it is important that you bear this in mind, not only for yourself, but for the people behind you. And behind you is your family, your friends, people who will come generally to be around you. And that at such a difficult time as a loss, either of a job or of a person, a human being, we don't want to add extra pressure on top of the family and friends, either by contribution or looking for funds here and there or gathering funds. Having a protection plan, a financial protection plan, is basically loving yourself and loving your family as well. Because, like you said, they'll be praying for you from wherever part of the world you're in, because you've thought about them. In fact, I can share a good example. I have an uncle. He's in Nigeria, and Chief Williams. He died, and he literally they during his will reading, he's planned out his funeral. He told them where he wants to be buried. He's paid for the plot. He's allocated. Literally, just come. Literally, we just have to carry ourselves. That's the only thing is pay for your transport money and come there. The food, the drink, the bed. He literally wrote his life down. And I'm thinking, wow, that is so smart. Me and my mom were talking about it. I'm like, that is it. That's the way to do it. No pressure on anybody. Even the will before he died, he gave his wives, because he had a couple of wives, he gave them property, and then the rest he gave it to the grandchildren. So there's no case of wife fighting over. No. There was no drama. So it was so sweet. Allow me to use that word. So seamless that people were in awe, because I think people were ready to say, oh yes, we are going to be dragging. I don't know if you are from that part of the world where they're always sharing things. If you know, you know. If you don't know, forget about it. But anyway, it was so sweet. That's what I'm trying to say. So I understand the power and the importance of, like I said, loving yourself and loving your family and making everything so. People kill themselves for property. People kill themselves for what is not somebody else work. But when you've laid down the foundation, you've kept them in a position of, this is what I want to do. This is literally, like the Bible says, let their will be done. It's like, this is my will, let it be done. They cannot contest, they can't fight. This is the last will and testament of Mr. AYZ or Mrs. BYZ. You know what I mean? So totally agree with you. I'm just looking through my questions to see if there's anything you haven't said that people might want to look at. So, consequence. I think we've talked about that. What are the consequences of delaying or ignoring a financial protection plan? I think we've mentioned that already in our conversation. Let's see what else I have here. Is it costly? Let's go. We've talked about this, but I think we just need to say, because some people are like, okay, how much are we talking about? So how much give us a bracket, because like I know personally, because I have a financial protection in place. I know there are different brackets. Like you mentioned, the critical illness, some cover certain amount, some cover higher. So there are different brackets. But just to give us a general idea of a financial protection, what are we looking at? Cost
Okay, all right.
implication.
Cost implication, okay. All right, before I talk about the cost implication, you mentioned something about the consequence of delay. Um, it's very, very deadly. It's very, very deadly because sometimes people say things like, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Don't
Mm,
worry, I'll do it next year or I'll do
mm,
it next month.
mm,
And what I say to them is, delay is actually very dangerous. Um, a client of mine, the sister-in-law was actually the one that advised her
mm,
to put the insurance in place, but the sister-in-law now cancelled hers. On the
mm.
very day she had an appointment to put another policy in place, she died.
Can you imagine that?
On
Imagine
the
that.
very day she had an appointment was when she died.
Huh.
I have another
Completely.
client, another example, because I always go by example, because sometimes people just think, no, no, no. And when you try to
Mm,
put yourself down, it's true, I heard about this.
mm.
Someone, very young, gentleman, he was like, no, Auntie, I'm going to do, Auntie, I'm going to do it. So, okay, that's fine. So we had an appointment he's been pushing it for months. And
Yes.
then on the day after, I said, okay, we're going to see on Sunday.
Yes.
I went to play football on Friday. He broke his ankle. So because he broke his ankle, the insurance company would not take him on
Of course.
because now they need for
Critical.
that ankle to be healed,
Yes.
you
That's
know.
right.
So
Yeah.
when I say, oh, if he's gonna put, so if he finally tries to put one in place, it's
Yeah.
gonna cost him a fortune.
Yes.
Which if he had done it before then, and he was not saying to me, not come once. I said, Auntie, you actually have a friend of mine. Can you say that you've done it before for
Ah.
that person? Can you?
It doesn't work that way, sir.
Because now the person is unwell and they want
Mm.
to make a claim, and you said that you've done it for the person before. I said, you're in the UK. You know how these things work.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
someone that you can just go and bring up a date. You can't do that. You
You
can't fast track
can't.
it. You have to be
No.
because they will know what you went into the
Of
system.
course.
You
Of course.
and then now they are running around trying to do something like that. Which if they had done it, at a good time, they would have number one, paid almost next to nothing
Yes.
compared to now when they're now trying to do it, and then they're now worried about how much it's going to cost them to do it now and everything. So what I say to people is don't try and delay it because you never know what's around the corner.
That's right.
Uh,
Absolutely.
people tend to do this a lot of times. So delay is very, very dangerous. Now, in responding to your question, is it costly? No, it's not.
Mm.
Insurance, you can do insurance from as little as £5.
Okay.
Some people even say you can do insurance for as little as 10p per day or maybe 50p per day.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So, but I'm just going to say on that in a month, you can
Yes.
have an insurance for at least £5.
Yes.
Bearing in mind, this £5 is how much is McDonald's now? I think it's about £3 something.
Can't McDonald's £5. You can't do anything without it. Don't be a big kids meal. I don't be a
That is
big
just
kids
McDonald's.
meal.
Oh, you can imagine if you're now getting like a meal of McDonald's, that's more than £5,
Of course.
right? And I'm sure
Yes.
that average UK residents they eat McDonald's in a month.
I'm
Average.
sure they do. Yes,
I'm sure
they do.
so you can imagine, if you now rather use that just that 1 month, save it to now
Mm.
protect yourself and your loved ones. You know how
Mm.
far it would go.
Yeah.
£5 can go a long way.
Yeah, you
Five
can.
pounds. So,
Absolutely.
so sometimes I even say to people like, depends on what policy you have. You can put some policies in place that will make you millionaire.
Mm.
Depends on what policy you have that will make you millionaire. So it's all about, having a sit down with you, looking at, obviously they have to assess your needs
Yes.
and then look at, obviously yourself, your family or your work, wherever it is, and then
Yes.
we'll make recommendations. From
Yes.
that recommendations we'll make, because we all sit down, we look at the paperwork, and then you now
Yes.
decide, okay, I want this one, I don't want this
Mm.
one. This is how much I can afford. This
That's
is how
right.
much I cannot afford. You might
Yes.
even be telling, I have friends that will tell me that I want to do this, etc. I will like, no, 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 let's do less. They'll be like,
Mm.
no, 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 I want to. I'm like, no, because now they're excited, because now they
Yes.
understand it. They understand the need. They
Mm.
understand what's there for them. They understand what's there for the family. So they say things like, no, I want this high amount of money. And I'll be the one to say, no, I'd
No.
rather you come down because I can see you're excited now. When you're excited, you're saying, no, don't make a decision now.
Mm.
Let's just calm down. We'll review it maybe the next 6 months, the next 1 year, and then we can now decide if you still want that amount.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
At least I'm glad that at that time they got a cover in place that will take that is enough to
Yes.
take care of their needs if anything happens.
That's right.
You know, and
Absolutely.
a lot of people can afford whatever the insurance is, but it's just about prioritizing it.
That's the word I was. Yeah, that's it. That's the key word. Yeah.
People,
It is.
you don't know how much people sometimes go to parties and they have that, oh, I'm begging and so they
Don't
have
let's go there. My gender. We love party. The latest
no,
jewelry.
honestly, you know how much they do their makeup, and they do makeup every
What are
weekend.
you saying? Makeup is not cheap, oh. We're not talking £10, £20, £30.
You
We're
know,
talking on average, a decent makeup, you're looking at least £60 to £70
you can
for
imagine
someone to
that.
make it for you, a decent one.
You can imagine that, and you can imagine not doing this every weekend
Weekend because of a
because I see them at
celebration.
every weekend, and that's not even
Yeah.
the activity that they're taking,
Ah, no,
right?
no, no. Let's don't go there. Actually, Taylor will
No,
sew it as well now. Taylor will sew
no,
now. It's not
and
just
they do
material.
know. They will
Yeah.
buy
So
shoes and all. So when they now speak to people like that and now say to me, I don't have that. It's too expensive. I'm thinking, sis, come. How much did you go to the party yet last week? Those one is just you have to be happy. I'm like, yeah, because you're alive, you're happy. But if anything happens, or if you lose you lose your job, now what happens? Are you
mm,
trying to curse me? I'll not lose my job. I'm like, are we not here? It's wrong. So you
yeah.
open the Bible,
So
the Quran tells you this is gonna happen to you at a certain time. So
mm,
we need to be realistic with ourselves, you know. And you know what's funny is, when we try and speak to, you know, British, even children of Nigerian nationality that are actually born here, and you speak to them, most of them are knowledgeable enough to
mm,
put policies in place. Even at workplace as well, they do that as well. But then now when we
yeah.
now come to our people, Nigeria, for example,
Mm,
that's where the Nigeria all these in the world. I've had clients that they wanted to make a claim. They wanted to, I was sick. I want to lie that I was sick. You
ha.
cannot. Where's the proof? And they'll just cancel it. And like, I'm not getting anything in a month, 2 months. I'm like, that's not the way insurance works.
That's right. I was
You
just
know,
yeah.
no,
True.
so why just, my message to people really is, do what is necessary for yourself and your loved
That's
ones, which is
right.
having financial protection in place for them. That will
Yes.
take care of them. I will
Yes.
take care of even yourself if anything happens. You don't
Mm,
have to wait for
mm-hmm.
something disastrous to happen before you do what is necessary.
Abs-
Priority is to protect your earnings,
yes.
your income. Priority is to protect your wife or your husband or your children.
That's right.
Because if push comes to shove, those are the ones that would be there for you, or those are the ones that will suffer if anything happens. Those
Yes.
persons you are going to would not take care of you.
Yeah.
Those the clubs you're going to would not take care of you.
That's
Those
right.
things will not take care of you. Even those, properties you're buying, and that sometimes if you're buying, it's fine, but if you're renting, it might not take care of you at that time. Even that flashy car, it might not
Yeah.
take care of you when that happens.
Yeah.
So you need to
Absolutely.
prioritize the need,
Yeah.
which is yourself, the main asset. The
That's
car
right.
that you have to do insurance for, according to the government laws, you have to have an insurance in place for your insurance for your car. It wouldn't
Yes.
help you if anything happens.
Yeah.
The
Even
main asset
house.
is yourself.
House
Even
too. You
health
have to get the house insurance. You have to have that as well.
as
Compulsorily.
well.
Mm-hmm.
But the
House
main
insurance.
asset is itself. The main asset is itself, which is yourself. To me,
Mm.
that's like number one before any other thing.
Of
That's like
course. Of
number one.
course.
So when you have a mortgage, and don't another thing I was gonna say, mortgage is, to me, if you have a mortgage, it's still not your house because you've not paid it up.
Of course.
Unless you have an insurance that's protecting that property so that if anything happens, you get that insurance, you get other payments to pay up the mortgage,
Yes.
which is still comes back to insurance anyway. It
It still
still
comes
comes
back to
back to
insurance.
insurance
Yes.
anyway.
Yes.
So the key thing is prioritizing your needs.
Yes.
People paying. I will tell you for free that I have somebody who happens to be my friend. She's paying 80 something pounds for phone for a child.
Hmm.
She's paying something for her own phone. She's having this and that. And she told me categorically, Sakina, I don't want the life insurance. I
This is
don't have that money. And I said to her, but you are paying this for your child. Because she likes the phone. So look at that. She doesn't prioritize the fact that she needs to have that if anything happens.
yeah, yeah,
But then she's prioritizing material things
that's
over what
right.
is important. So
Yeah,
we need to understand the priority. We need to understand the need
yeah,
to have this in place. And this is why I keep advocating. And this is why I keep, talking to people. Like I said earlier, I tell them
yeah,
you don't have to talk to me. You can go to
yeah,
someone else that you know.
yes,
You can even go to
right.
this entire organization. The point is, please, I'm begging you, please,
Have
just have an
a
protection in place.
financial protection plan.
This is
Yeah.
what I keep saying to people. So, yeah, that's
Awesome. That was amazing. We've had lots of comments there. People are agreeing with you, people celebrating you. Thank you, Denise. You've been amazing. Denise has at one point in time said to increase your volume, but I believe your volume is fine now. She also said he wanted you to backdate it. I think that's when about the person who was saying to make a claim as well. My sister is in the house as well. Hello, sis. She said absolutely. So she's agreeing with you and she's clapping. Thank you everyone for your engagement. Thank you so much. I have a question here saying, how can we contact Sekinat? That will be the last question. So we'll address that. I just don't want to ignore people who have been with us and leaving message in the chat. Thank you so much, everyone. I see you. I'm looking here as well just to make sure I've not missed anybody as well. Thank you so much for being here. We're talking about financial protection. Is your life an example or a risk? And I have with me here the amazing Hajia Sekinat Adams, financial protection advisor, who has been talking us through the benefit, the importance, and why delay is very, very deadly as well. So to round up this amazing session, I just thought to ask a question. So you've told us about, okay, my sister is saying hi. Hello to you too. You've told us about financial protection. We've talked about the different types, at least a few different types. We know that you need to speak to someone like Sekina, for example, and she will leave her details. So if this sounds like something, I hope it is something you'll be looking into if you don't have one. She comes highly recommended, by the way. That you will book a call with session with a person who will sit down with you, and like Sekinat has rightly said, they will go through your record. So it's not a case of, oh, I want £5, oh, I want £10. It doesn't work like that, guys. They will go through your records, your income, your expenditure, and based on your health, literally is like how would I say, a holistic approach to presenting facts that supports the lifestyle that you're living. And based on that, a figure will be attached to it. And you can now decide if you want to pay that amount. You can remove some things, you can reduce some terms, some numbers, some years, because I've juggled a bit with different type of financial protection from Aviva to I'm trying to remember Vitality. So I kind of like have a hang of how these things work. But ultimately, it will be something that you can commit to paying to monthly. And the benefits, like we all agree, we cannot underestimate or overemphasize the importance of having a financial plan. It will make your life easier in such a difficult time. And if that is the only benefit you want to hold on to it, then please hold on to that. If you want to make something that is already difficult easier, calmer a little bit. You don't have to add extra pressure. You've lost your job. That's the worry on its own. You can't sleep. But when you have a bit of money, trust me, if you're like me, they say money answers a lot of things. It does answer a lot of things. It does, I promise you. You don't have to worry about school fees. You don't have to worry about food to eat, the children's school fees. It just makes it just takes a little bit of pain away. Everything will probably go away, but anything that will support is what we are trying to say, and financial protection is one of the key ways to do it. Now, my last question is payout. So you are telling us now, pay this money, get someone to come and sit with us, talk us, and they take our money. Now, you know how Nigerians we like to talk, they're taking my money away. Okay, when the due comes now, when eventually something happens, a death, loss of income, critical illness, whatever that situation or that scenario, when it eventually becomes a reality, do they pay out? Of course, I know they do, but I'm asking the question: do they pay out, and how easy is it to make a claim for such things? Over to you, ma'am.
a very, very good question. And that is something that I've had to explain to people because I've had people that will tell me, oh, it's a lie. The insurance company, they just take your money, they don't pay out. Of course they do. And when we start when we have a sit down with them, we realized that the reason why they probably didn't pay out to those people was because they did not declare their truth at the time. Nigerians have this way of well, I would say Nigerians, people sometimes in general, because I had a client that went to see all the way outside London, and then he had pre-diabetics, and then he said to me, it's just pre-diabetics, don't put it. And I said, no, I won't do that. I have to have it. He was like, no, don't do it because it's going to increase the premium. I was like, no, I have to.
Yeah.
I'm not even doing an insurance for you at all. You know, he lives all the way in Nottingham. I travel down. I don't mind. I'll travel back home. I don't mind. I'd rather do the right thing or do nothing at all.
That's right.
He was angry. He was like, why do you keep doing this? You know, I was like, sir, because when you want to make a claim,
And you then mention,
and then they now find out that you had it free.
Yes.
You won't get that.
Of course.
Then you now go about start saying to people like, well, insurance company, they are fraud. No, you are
fraud.
not doing the right thing at the right time.
That's right.
You meant to do that because when we're doing the policy for you, we tell you you have to be honest and accurate with whatever information we ask.
Yes.
You know, and as your advisor, you should be confident enough to tell me wherever the issue is, regardless of obviously I'm your it's all the protection.
Yes.
Whatever details you share, it's kept with us. It doesn't go out.
Yes.
It's only to
That's right.
So whether you have any whatever disease, illness, wherever it is, you need to declare it.
Yes.
So that once you declare it is there.
Yes.
If they're not willing to cover you, despite whatever the situation is,
yes,
they would cover you.
That's right.
So that when that happens, when there is need for that claim,
and
they go back on record to say, oh, he said X, Y, Z. Oh, yeah, that's the case. That's fine. Don't forget that in the United Kingdom, they can access our medical records. The GPs are there. They can access them. They can
Yes.
find out whatever they want to confirm. So if you lie, it's going to come out when you want to make a claim.
That's right.
This is what I would say to people: don't say anything that is not true.
Yeah.
You need to be truthful and accurate. Now, it's very, very easy. Personally, I've made so many claims for people.
Okay.
When you want to make a claim, you come to us. We engage the financial company, the company itself. You put all of housing and everything, even death.
Yeah.
The one that we're still processing now for someone that died as well. And then they'll pay out.
Yes.
As long as they can see, even someone that is the child was in the hospital. As soon as the child came out, we made a claim as well. We put it in and then they paid out. Do you understand? So as long as you have that, they can see the record. It's there, clear, black and white.
Yeah.
They will pay out.
Okay.
There's no reason for them not to pay out. But the only time they would not pay out is obviously because when I say to people sometimes when we sit down. By the way, Denise, personally, she's my friend, but she's also a client of mine as well. She has
Okay.
She
Okay.
understands the need, so she did for herself and her loved ones as well, which I'm very, very happy for her, but for taking that decision. So well done, Denise. Thank you so much for your support always. Yeah. So back to what I was saying. So when people try to put policy in place, I say to them 5 outcomes. Number 1, you get accepted in standard terms.
Mm-hmm.
2, they can increase your premium. So that means that if you have any illness or anything at all that to spike it, that think okay, there's a bit of risk there, they might increase that premium.
Yes.
Number 3 is they might delay that decision. They want to go to your GP to get further checks.
Confirmation. That's right.
Sometimes they might even need to get their nurse to come and check you at home, maybe do like some sort of test. Then they can help you with the decision there. Number 4 is they can tell you to come and reapply in like 6 months. Like the example of the gentleman I gave you that said that he had an injury to the ankle.
Yeah.
The last one, the 5th one is they will say no, they're not taking
No, thank you. They don't want to insure you. Yeah, no financial protection for you.
Having said that, there's still protections in place that will take you on regardless of your illness.
Of course.
Obviously, more costly. But at least with that one, you're guaranteed of being accepted.
Yes, definitely.
So
hear you. Yes, I hear you.
Okay, all right. Because it's I think it's moving somehow. Hello?
I can still hear you. Go ahead. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, all right. So with that one, you're getting so with that one you're getting that pay illnesses. And that is what we say to people like just tell the truth
Mm.
so that when you want to make a claim or your loved one wants to make a claim, it will be very, very easy and flawless to make it to help you at a time. I hope I've been able to answer that question.
Yes, you have. So, in closing, thank you so much. I'm just going to read OJ's comment. MC of Life, I like to call him. He says, "What you don't know actually kills. Know this now and know peace." Hadia Sekinat, our dear FPA, you are super appreciated. So, so
Thank you
that is
so much.
amazing. Yeah, there you
Thank
go.
you.
That's someone
Thank you.
who
I think
understands
thank
and
you.
the value and the importance of a financial protection plan. So, in closing, any of my viewers or anyone who is going to catch the replay of this important, life changing, allow me to use this word, life changing, because it is life changing. Because if you get this protection, this cover for yourself, you're not only getting it for yourself, like I said, it's for the people at your back as well. And your back, like I said, is your family and friends. Um, they will greatly appreciate you, and your name will not go anyhow. Um, can you tell us how people can connect with you in case anyone is like, oh my gosh, I need to speak to you on getting a financial protection? Where can they find you and how can they contact you?
Yeah, you can contact me through Mrs. Omawumi. That's number one option. Second option is you have my Instagram handle here, Sakina
Hmm.
underscore Adam. The
Hmm.
third option, I think am I free to share what little details, my mobile number, or should we just leave it at my
No, don't
Instagram
do
handle?
mobile number. You can give email. You can give email. I think email is okay.
So yeah, so you can send me. You can. I don't know if I can type my email here so people can
Yeah,
see it.
please,
And
please
that's
do. Please do.
um um my email is
Also say
Biseek.
it as well for those who like to hear.
So for my email is biseek@yahoo.com. That is BISEEKF at yahoo.com. You can send me an
Awesome.
email and I'll be very, very strict in responding to you because that's how we operate, So we look forward to and like I said, engaging and enlightening, even if it's not for yourself, but for your friends, family, church members, religious setting, basically,
Yeah.
mosque or your association, your alumni,
Yeah.
even friends that you just like, club associates or excuse me, or what other groups we have, your colleagues at work,
Yeah.
any group, please on Zoom, in person, wherever it is, wherever the location is, please, let
Yeah.
us know. Contact me. Would them come down, enlighten them so that
Yeah.
they wouldn't have to put the burden on others, like we
Yeah.
said earlier. Want to just make life a lot easier for if life is hard enough, you know.
As in, you know what I mean? This is what I say. It's hard already. Don't
It,
any extra pressure,
it,
anything that
yeah,
can take a little bit of pressure. This is what we are
yeah.
saying. I
Yeah,
agree
so please
totally.
let's just do the needful. Like I said, I'm happy to come and enlighten. I don't mind, just come and talk to them and
Yeah.
create that awareness so people understand the need so that we can help. We need to help our community. We need to help
Yeah.
them by taking them out of this zone of and I'm not going to die now, or this is gonna happen to me, and then when it happens, they now come back to you. Why?
Yeah.
Why are we doing that to ourselves? Let's just try and do what is best for them. Like, if you have to, a lot of people, you'll be amazed that they like to join on the bandwagon because somebody's done it. That's when they will do
Yeah.
it. There's somebody
Yes.
who just
Yeah.
because one day, but when someone is done it, so if you are that one person that can even help you, it's just one family that helping
Yes.
by helping them put it in place. I'm sure that God will bless you. So please, let's just please, let's
Yes.
just please help people. Let's help ourselves and let's help others too to do what
Absolutely.
for us. And and then like I said, I'm just a phone call, an email, or a message away. Thank you. So and once
Awesome.
again, you know, I can't say this enough. Anyways, maybe when I get to speak to whoever wants me to speak to them, but this is no excuse. Cost is no excuse.
Mm.
Ignorance is no excuse. excuse.
That
I don't
is
know what
no.
else, what other factor I can use. All of that is no excuse. Your
That's
financial
right.
protection should be your number one priority.
Clarity.
Regardless
Yeah.
of how much your earnings are, like I said, you can do as little as £5, which is
Yes.
not even enough to a burger meal at
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's. You can do
Mm-hmm.
as little as that. So please, whatever it is that you need to do, just try and ensure that you cover yourself and your loved ones.
Yeah.
And once I'll just like to just on this note, just once again appreciate all the participants that joined us today, and also
Yeah.
to appreciate my lovely sister, Honorable Mawumi Tokumbo. You are doing amazingly well. Thank you so much for all the love and support always. I can't thank you enough.
Okay,
We were
good.
on a couple of days ago, and she was our first speaker at the youth event for the independence. And you need to see how she just blew gamma everywhere. It was people were just like wow, wow, wow. you know. And then she made so many valid points to the youth that were very, very powerful. She sent a lot of messages to them, and it was actually a pleasure to have you on board. You did so well, engaging, also empowering the women and also the youth, let them understand what is necessary for them,
That's
to take care of themselves, to support themselves and the nation, to
yeah.
support, even while we're here, to support us in diaspora. Spoke so
Yes.
well, very, very powerful speech, I would say. Thank you so much. And it's actually a pleasure for you to actually invite me to come on board. I hope I don't just this, but it's really an honor to be here today. Thank you so much. I'm not taking this for granted at all.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Very kind. Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. Um, Before we close right now, Yinka Adeleye NG says, I'm loving this though. She hasn't spoken to me about the benefit of protecting myself. And I'm thinking you might have lost it in translation, or maybe when we log in and out, you missed it. But the truth is that she has said it, and I'll just give her I'll give you a summary of it. In terms of protection, number one, if you love yourself and you love your family, you need one. That's it. If you for love's sake. Number two, to ease the burden, we talked about it. We said life is already hard as it is already. So you don't want any extra pressure, loss of job, loss of a loved one, illness, to now be something to be worried about. I can't pay for food. I can't pay for life. Winter is coming right now. I know families right now that are in a position of despair because they cannot think of how they will on, the gas, the heating. They're going to be wearing layers. You see how I'm wearing this? Obviously, the weather is not so bad now. You know what I mean? But in winter, I know people who are like this in their house because their whole place is heated and warmed and nice. Not There are some people, I promise you, just like you and I, who will not be able to look like this because they cannot afford to. So that is one on the side there. So protection is a way of saying I'm removing a layer of stress, a layer of burden. And like I said, it's all about loving yourself and loving your family. Imagine dying suddenly for whatever reason, God forbid. But this is the life we live in. Things happen. Life happens. If someone dies, we're talking about £10,000 to bury someone. The graveyard, the food, the drink. Where except if you're Dangote, forgive me, apologies in advance. If you're $10 brother and cousin, by all means, please don't even come near us. But the reality is that I'm sure that all those people also have insurance to a certain level, Because I know some people are uninsurable, like they always say, depending on
I
the
don't think
jobs they
anything.
do. But
Yeah.
the reality is that some things can be insured. And so this is what we are saying in terms of benefits. So when you say she hasn't talking about benefits, she has. And income protection, if you lose job for whatever reason, that you have income, for a certain period of time till you are back on your feet again. Pays your hospital bill if you're in the hospital, if you have terminal illness. So that's just a few examples. But more importantly, if you want more, just send a message. Our email is there, bisek@yahoo.com, or you contact me. This is our details already on Instagram, right there. Just send us a message and we will take it to the next step. Now, Yinka says, Yippee, let's go, guys. Insurance protection is the way.
That's
I love you
it.
already.
Thank you so very much, Nkadele. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't. I thought I spoke to you about it, but don't worry. We can always catch up, and I'll talk to you more about this. Now,
Yeah,
I think I said a lot about insurance, anyways, and I just believe that. Anyways, like I said, I'll talk to you about it. I'm so sorry. I can't see the people that have joined. I can only
it's
see. I think
fine.
the message I can
Yes,
only see for now. I can only see just Denise. Olu.Smuyo and myself on the
Okay.
chat. I can't see any chat. So I'm so sorry if I'm not responding to your chat on time or something.
That's
Pardon
why
me, it's not
I'm
me.
reading it, so don't worry. That's why I'm reading it to make sure that we're all on the same page. So don't worry about it. Sometimes it's Instagram app that does that. What I would say is after the live, you can refresh your app, go to the Play Store, whatever area you have, and see if you have the updated version. If you do have it, then just switch off your phone and switch it back on, which is what I did right now, literally with you. And everything came back. Sometimes technical things just happen. There is no excuse, and there could be absolutely nothing wrong with this. I've been on live, I never saw myself. That's why I started using two devices. That whenever I'm on
Yeah.
live, I own a second one so I can see that I'm actually there. And that one I will see myself. The one I'm talking to, I won't see myself. I don't know why. It's not once, not twice, not three times. So I know how you're feeling. That's why I was telling you that you are fine. If I couldn't
It's
see you
always
here on my other screen here, I would have told you there's something wrong, but I can't.
mm,
But anyway, I want to close out by saying thank you so much for being here. I'm grateful. I'm hoping that everyone who will catch the replay, we've been here for an hour now, and I think we've given value, and I hope you believe and you understand our passion that why we believe you need a financial protection for your for your life, for your family, and for people who you know. So if you have one, please be an advocate. Let us spread the word and spread the message. You know how they say spread the gospel? This is a good gospel to spread, so that we will help ourselves. My mother-in-law always says something. She will say, if your life is good, my life is good. Basically, in simple English, Yoruba, but that's the way I interpreted it. That when you are sorted and you are good, you won't come to my house knocking and begging and drop your shoe in a house that you've never entered before. Hello, you've not said before. All of a sudden, because of circumstance, you start talking to some people. You will start all that to be averted. So if you are okay, I am okay. So I am okay. I'm here now telling everyone, please be okay as well and do what you need to do for your family. Start where you are. If it's £5, £10 you have, start. Trust me, as you do it, you will then begin to add more to it, and you can change your account, your settings as you go. You can build it up. It's just like savings. Start with £1, then you do £2, £4, and you just build up. But start. I think that is our message today. So, any last words for our viewers before we go right now?
oh well. What can I say? Well, I think you've kind of like wrapped it up beautifully because it did say it's about if you've done well for yourself or if you are good, I'm good. Don't place your burden on others. Don't don't do that at all. Why leave your death or loss of job or whatever or illness make a burden on other people when you have to go to them to start telling them to raise money for you, stuff like that. It's not fair. Everybody have their own responsibilities.
Trust.
Life is hard enough. I've got my finances and maybe I have a budget now. You're coming to me every minute to come and say, give me money this month, next month. At the same time, you just people won't pick your calls again. Because then that's when you start constituting nuisance.
There you go.
Excuse me if I'm not trying to be rude or something, but that's the way it is. And like I did say to you earlier about the
Reality.
person that
Reality.
reality and that I said to you earlier about somebody that died and they said she doesn't even greet in the church. Why would they want to raise money for such people? So don't make a mockery of yourself or make
Mm,
yourself a subject to for people to abuse you, insult you
mm,
while you're alive or dead. Do
mm.
you understand? The little you can, cover your own, put your shame, cover your shame in your own corner. Don't expose yourself. If you
Mm,
have someone that has pride, just let that pride, even follow you even in death by
mm.
doing what is necessary for yourself and your loved one because GoFundMe is no solution.
No, it's
Donation
not.
like churches or mosque is no solution.
No, it's
I've
not.
seen it like it does not help. But what helps is you doing what is right for yourself and your loved ones.
Loved
If you say
one.
that you love your wife and your husband and your
Mm.
children and you're not doing what is good for them, you are just lying to them. As a matter of fact, they should be if they should be if whatever they can say to you if anything happens, you tell them to you
They
because
should come and
why
chase
would
you, Abby. You should be seeing them in your dream.
you in your dream like why would you do this? They say, why would you do
Maybe.
this to me? Why would
Yeah,
you do this to me? So
yeah.
if we love ourselves, let's create work for ourselves.
That's right.
Let's create work for our loved ones
Mm-hmm.
by by putting the little as we can. Financial
Mm-hmm.
protection in place
Aside.
for ourselves and
Yeah.
our loved ones.
Awesome.
That is my message. Please let's just do what is necessary for ourselves. Let's love ourselves enough to do what is right by ourselves and our loved ones, and create for ourselves. And and I hope that I look forward to receiving messages or calls or or what
Good.
knows about it. I need to help people. Put money in their
Okay.
pocket. Let's put money in your pockets, okay? So that's your message.
So we're going to end on that note right now. So thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We had lots of people in the house. Let me see if I can run through names quickly from my screen here. So thank you from the very beginning. I know we had to log in and log back out. We had I am Orit here. Thank you so much, Dennis. Day. We have Adekombi AF. We have Olumuyo, that's my husband, in the house. Then we also had, okay, I'm just scrolling through. I am just OJ. That's the MC of life. I like to call him. Bawale 30. Thank you so much for being here. We had Yinka Adeleye NG in the house as well. Feed Kips. That is Yvonne. Thank you so much for being here. We had one Din Lana in the house. Abuja Net _19. We had Chima _Richard as well in the house. That Niger Girl 7 also. Morenike Ashaju, that's my sister. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Just scrolling through very quickly so that I don't miss anyone. But ultimately, guys, I'm grateful. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you joined us live here. We don't take it for granted. My only request is that you please share this live stream with a friend, share it with a sister, share it with an auntie and uncle, somebody. That's all I ask for you to do. Just share this. I will leave it live on in here, and I'll try to download it and put it on YouTube as well. But more than ever, please, let's share this message of financial protection so that, like I said, once you are okay, I am okay. And that what magnificent way to show love to each other in a time that is so desperate and wicked right now that we live in. If we can just, do that one bit of sharing love by just spreading this message of financial protection. Trust me, you don't know if this is what is going to save a life right now. They will come back and thank you and say, because of you, my life is a bit calmer. I'm not saying it's going to disappear. No, I'm not disillusioned, and I'm not trying to create a mountain in the air. I'm just saying, let's take a little bit of burden off each other's burden by sharing this life thing. So I end by saying thank you so much. God bless you. Enjoy the weekend coming in. This is the last quarter of 2024. I look forward to more amazing speakers that I will bring to you that will help you and support you in making sure that we are living the best life ever that we can in the land of the living. Again, to my guest, Hajia Sekinat Adams, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everyone. God bless and goodbye.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Bye,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you.